Global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. Some days back, there seemed to be jubilation in the air in the camp of Bola Tinubu supporters, where some of the suit filed by Atiku Abubakar over the activities done in the past by Bola Tinubu, of which it was being thrown out. It looks like that particular happiness and jubilation and joy will be short-lived as more moves are going on right now. Don't forget that PEPC is still on and Nigerians are earnestly waiting for the verdict. All having done all to stand, Nigerians and the legal teams are standing, waiting earnestly. But meanwhile, this is the next move. The person of Bola Atiku Abubakar rather, and his legal team are making. They are bent on getting all the full juicy details, not just to Nigerians, but with facts and figures. Well, before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the right subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Well, the presidential candidate of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in the February 25th election, Atiku Abubakar, has filed a separate case at the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois, United States, against President Bola Tinubu after he withdraw an existing one before a circuit court in Illinois. Following the withdrawal, the court consequently dismissed the suit. Special Assistant on Public Communications to Atiku, Frank Shaibu, stated this yesterday in reaction to the inquiries about the dismissed suit by the Circuit Court of Cook County. Now, Shaibu said, and I quote him, "So Waziri Atiku Abubakar only withdrew the case before the Circuit Court of Cook County, Illinois County, United States of America, because he's pursuing the same matter in a higher court and he wanted to avoid an abuse of court processes. So this is just the beginning." Now, he said it was funny that Tinubu and his supporters were rejoicing over the development as if it were a Supreme Court judgment. He added that Tinubu's academic records from primary school till university remained questionable. Hence the president's failure to identify a single former classmate. Now, Shaibu stated, and I quote him, "In the last 1 week, Nigerians have been watching the ongoing ministerial screening at the Senate, where nominees have been made to review their primary, secondary, and university history. Some of these ministerial nominees were even classmates with the senator screening them. However, the man who nominated them has no educational history. He has no primary school, no secondary school, or even university classmates. This is because he has no classmates. He actually fell from the sky." Now, in recent years and past, presidents have invited their former classmates to Aso Rock Villa. Even President Muhammadu Buhari hosted his classmate from Katsina Middle School. But who did Bola Tinubu invite to the presidential villa? Governors from 1999 set. This is a man whose entire life, background, and credentials remain unknown, and Atiku will ensure that man is exposed. It is expected that the person to hold the office of the president must be above board, especially on his history life. Unfortunately, here we have a president whose history is shrouded in secrecy and whom it is a tough life that started in 1993. Shaibu maintained, even in the year 1993, which presents the opening chapter of the recorded history of our president, is renowned for a documented indictment on narcotic tradings. Now, this is 2023. Atiku is asking to open the shady history of our president, and the same man is standing in the way of the truth about his past. That very obstruction to the innocent effort to unveil the president's past means that the man has something to hide. It is shameful that the president's supporters are joyful that their man is covering up his own past. But like the saying goes, falsehood may run for a lifetime. The truth shall overrun it in an instant. The moment of truth is here, and the president, Tinubu, has no hiding place. Meanwhile, the county court in Illinois has dismissed the suit filed by Atiku seeking release of the academic records of Tinubu at the Chicago State University. It was learned that the dismissal was sequel to a formal withdrawal of the suit by Atiku. According to the reports by the gatekeepers, Judge Patrick J. Hennigan had on July 31, that's July 31st, dismissed the case without prejudice. Now, the news medium had reported that the judge has ruling that the petitioner's subpoena in the case is withdrawn, and thus Chicago State University will not be deposed pursuant to the subpoena in the case, adding that the court further resolved all matters pending before it. Part of the document Tinubu submitted in aid of his qualification for the 2023 presidential election is a Bachelor of Science degree in Business and Administration with a major in accounting obtained from Chicago State University. Now, the said document, like Tinubu's primary and secondary school education, have continued to generate controversies since he indicated interest in contesting for the number one seat in Nigeria. Meanwhile, the Gatekeepers News, in the report as at August 6, quoted a top-rated business litigation attorney in Chicago, that's Mr. Victor Henderson, as stating that Tinubu was well known by citizens in the state of Illinois for decades as a distinguished graduate of Chicago State University and a well-respected international figure in the United States. Henderson, in addition, was said to have observed that despite Beverly's Bundotex, who is in charge of official transcript request enrollment and degree verification at the Office of the Registrar, CSU, affirming Tinubu's comment, some persons still had some doubts. Atiku, who was the sole petitioner, had recently dragged the Chicago State University, which is a respondent, before the court, praying for an order compelling the respondent to release the academic records of Tinubu in his possession. The move, it was believed, was to help his petition pending at the presidential tribunal. I mean, no verse, with due respect. What is there? Release it now. It's just like you said you went to university and you are working in an official environment where the human resource of the organization or parastatal is demanded. You went and submitted your CV and you said you are a graduate of so university, and that is okay, no problem. You graduated what year? You mentioned. Okay. They now write to the school. Please don't be angry. Please, does this one so person of so number of so year graduate from your school? You now say, yes, so please, can we see his documents? That's the beauty why we have exams and records. Go back. Is there any such person in your university? Yes. Did you attend the school? Yes. Go and get every detail you have about that person in your archives. And from your exams and records. And you say, okay, if this is, I don't know if it's the same person, but this is the when you gave us this name, this is what we found in our archives and in our records, exams and records. So if you now look at the person's name and the person's profile and judge it by what the person's wrote in his CV and judge it by what the school has written to you, is it one and the same? What's with the hanky-panky? They're making a big thing out of nothing. It is something that when you're looking for ordinary job in Nigeria, the demand for it. Ordinary screening of ministerial position, they demanded for even primary school. Some of them were even saying that they don't even want, please don't use my university, use my primary school, my secondary school. Somebody said, how? The Senate President Akpabio will say, why would we want to use your primary school, secondary school certificate when you claim that you have your university certificate? Simply because the man had only 2 credits. Brother, how did you use 2 credits to get university in our present Nigeria? Even the former Nigeria, 2 credits of which one? How did you make the university? You now see that even in ministerial situation, it's because they're not demanding for their academic qualification. Not discover some of them entered through university, hanky-panky. There was Oluwole Gbogbo. They did not get any university anywhere. And now it's now beginning to show because they're not looking for ministerial position and they're not being exposed by the public radar. Now they're asking simple question. Emma Benu, please, your classmate is a problem. Now university student, once they withdraw, are you jubilating? Look, this is a public figure. With due respect, there's no privacy in this one. This one is a case of public figure. We need to know what we're dealing with. Let's go wrap it up. Let's put in our comment section what's your take.